Okay, back again. Just made myself a cuppa. So, I was thinking about the floor, and I'm just going to leave it for the moment. I have seen on trading sites every now and again floor patches or floor patch panels come up for sale fairly cheap. So I'm not desperate for the floor right now. I've got plenty of other bits and pieces to do, so I'm just going to leave it and not spend a lot of time making something that I may not have to. I have, as I said, I have seen floor patches go fairly cheap, so I may be lucky and over the course of however long it takes find the few pieces that I need. Judging by the thickness of that, it's probably two more. Anyway, I got my jacks out and I'm going to lift it up and just level it off with the laser. But I went down the back and I grabbed this rear section. I just grabbed a torch so you can see it's I'll grab my seat, I'll have a closer inspection. Okay, so this is what I was talking about, the tubular cradle. This is only in the early split windows and the barn doors, so after that they went to the square version. But I didn't have, so this is where I'm going to mate this section. You can see the rust is really bad in here. I mean, for me, I'm just going to replace the whole lot. It's rusted on the ends, it's rusted in there. There's one section here that's alright. The majority of it's pretty bad. So the idea is to clean this up as well as I can. Best case scenario would be to sandblast. This is all covered in grease here, so from here back and along, just the tube, and not worry about this stuff. That side's almost salvageable. The guy that pulled this out of the mud cut that with an angle grinder right there. So there is a possibility that I might be able to just cut it straight up there and then join it onto the end just there. Obviously, looking at this, there's no floor in this at all, so the tinware that goes around this whole section is just not even here, and that's generally where the body tag was. So it's gone, the body tag's gone, but I heard somewhere along the line that there was another stamp for the body number or the frame number, the chassis number on these, and it was somewhere in this cradle area, and I've just found it. So it's stamped just in there. You might not be able to pick it up, but it's there. So I'm quite happy about that. That's not faked because that's the original part. So all of this is quite rusty here. Now the more I look at it, the more I think to myself I really should just get this sandblasted. All in there is just buggered. It's pretty bad. It's quite pitted as well along the tube. But what I'm going to do probably is if this gets sandblasted, I can hit it with the welder and build it back up in certain areas. So where the pits are, I can throw weld. I know it's going to take a long time, but it's not everywhere, it's just in a few spots. Just mainly where the water was coming down onto it from above. You know, this is all good here. There's a little bit of repair work here. I might even cut these open and get in there with my little sandblaster, or even cut it open if I take it to the sandblaster, and then just patch this up later on, so that way I get right into it, because I know there's just salt impregnated in all of this, because this was sitting on a mangrove swamp area. So it's, you know, it was only 30 meters from the ocean. So I'm happy about that though. The number stamped there, because then I can validate this now. Because I was a little concerned that not having a number anywhere was going to be an issue. I've got the original license plate, so that may have helped. But seeing that's a big help. Because I think that's part of the original chassis out of the factory, so that was the number. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I've been led to believe. Anyway, I just thought I'd show you that. So now I'm going to try and level this off. Level it off as best I can within a millimetre. And I'll show how I do it anyway. So I'll bring you back.